In this video, I will cover my top 5 tips for making a good impression at a formal dinner where you've got cups and plates and glasses all over the table. In this video, we'll talk about how to navigate all of that to make a good professional impression. Etiquette is a complicated topic. You could study a whole degree on etiquette alone. But in this video, I'm going to share the top 5 things that took me from 0 to about 80%. We will cover them in a vaguely chronological order from the time you arrive at a table with the place setting all set up till the time you are ready to leave. And stay till the end. I have a bonus tip on how to take olive seeds out of your mouth gracefully. So if you've ever wondered about that, stay with me till the end. So let's jump into the first tip, and this has to do with the napkin. When you arrive at the table, the first thing you want to do is sit down and place the napkin on your lap. Now, the napkin has many purposes, some of which are obvious, like it stops food from getting onto your clothes. It also, if you have food on your face, you can use it to clean off your face. But it has another important function, and that is as a signal of whether you have left the table momentarily or whether you've left the table for good. And what this means is that if you're going to the restroom or to the buffet and you want to signal that your intention is to return, then you would fold your napkin, place it in your chair, and then head off. When you come back, unfold the napkin, put it on your lap, and continue with the meal. By folding your napkin and placing it in your chair, it signals to waitstaff that you are coming back and that they don't need to clear out your whole place setting. If you're at the type of dinner where people are hanging around waiting for a spot at the table, putting your napkin in your chair signals to them that that chair is indeed taken. The second thing you're likely trying to figure out when you sit down at the table is which bread plate is yours and which drinking glasses are yours. Very confusing. People very often grab drinking glasses of the person next to them and bread plate of the person on the other side of them, and then it throws off the whole table because people are scrambling for glasses and bread plates. So the easy way I use to remember which bread plate is mine and which drinking glasses are mine is the BD trick. And I still do this today every time I sit down at a table. So with the BD trick, what you do is touch your pointy finger to your thumb on each hand to make a B on your left and a D on your right. And what this means is that your bread plate is where you see the B, which is to your left, and your drinking glasses are where you see the D, which is to your right. So this is the first thing that I do every time I sit down at the table is do a quick BD with my fingers to remember bread plate, left, drinking glasses, right. Now on to the third tip. Now that we know which bread plate is ours, it's time for some bread. So with bread, you want to take as much butter as you need for the roll or slice of bread that you have on your bread plate. And you want to place the butter at the side of your bread plate. From there, you want to then break off bite-sized pieces of bread with your hands and butter each piece of bread one at a time before putting it into your mouth. Do not butter the whole slice of bread or cut a dinner roll in half and then butter the whole thing like a sandwich. Now on to our fourth tip. We're talking about the knife and the fork. So other than being the way to get food from your plate into your mouth, the knife and fork is actually quite magical and similar to the napkin, also has the ability to communicate with waitstaff. Have you ever had the situation at a restaurant where you're eating and you're waiting for your next course and you're ready for your plate to be cleared, but the waiter just won't come and clear your plate and you don't understand why? Or has the opposite happened to you? Have you been working on your meal and just decided to take a pause for a while, but every time you decide to take a pause, it seems like the waiter just wants to keep coming and taking your plate away? This has happened to me many times until I learned the language of the knife and fork. Now, there are 6 main ways to communicate with a waiter about whether you're working on your meal or done with your meal, and even the quality of your meal, whether you enjoyed your meal or not. But in this video, I just want to highlight the 2 most important ways, which is I am still working on my meal and I am done with my meal. To signal that you are still working on your meal, you place your knife and fork in an A shape on the side of your plate, like that. And to signal that you're done with your meal and that you're ready for your plate to be cleared, you close your knife and fork together in the shape of an I, which is basically like, I am done, please clear my plate. And our fifth tip, if you are done with your meal and you're leaving the table for good, you take your napkin and place it unfolded to the left of your dinner plate. This signals to waitstaff and other guests that you are done and indeed leaving. Now we've come to the end of my top 5 tips, but I still owe you a tip on olive seeds. But before then, if you like what you saw in this video and you're interested in topics like executive presence, eloquence, and making good impressions, please like and subscribe for more. Also, let me know down in the comments what other etiquette tips you would be interested in learning. Now for that 6th tip on olive seeds. So the rule of thumb here is if an olive goes into your mouth using your hand, the olive seed can come out of your mouth using your hand. And how you do this is by covering your mouth with a napkin and then under the napkin, pulling out the olive seed and placing it at the side of your plate. If the olive went in on a fork, the olive seed comes out of your mouth on the fork and then gets placed on the side of your plate. So that's my quick tip for olives.